Intel CPUs for low mid-range budgets are more relevant than AMD CPUs because AMD CPUs have gone up in price and Intel CPUs have gone down in price. So by tomorrow, probably I'll do 10400, 10400F for your CPU. Your motherboard's probably going to be a B460 board. RAM can stay the same. I mean, you could go even a little bit cheaper than that, but you know, it's $5 less, so it's like whatever. The P2 here is not a good choice. 95 per terabyte is not good for Black Friday sales. The SN550, for example, is like 90 per terabyte right now, so that would be a better deal. And probably tomorrow there's going to be other deals to look at as well. 3070 Founders is fine. The Founders on the 3070 is okay. But obviously that's going to be difficult for you to get, but you said you're going to wait for that to come. Meshify C for 75 is acceptable, I would say, but if you want like a good case and you're not really stuck on the Meshify C, I would probably look into even cheaper cases because a lot of other cases have gone down in price as well, like the MB311L because you have a Micro ATX motherboard. And finally, your power supply, TX650M, is not worth 100 at all. There's a Superflower LEDX3 Gold that's also like 650 watt or 750 watt, and it's like $100. A much better unit, and it's quieter as well. I'm running Ryzen 5 2600 and a 1080 Ti. How long do you think this setup will last? Anytime somebody asks me how long they think their setup is going to last, it's always like, you know, it depends on your expectations. So, you know, if you have like very high performance expectations, then likely in the coming years when new games come out, your parts will not be able to meet those expectations. But if you're playing like Rocket League and Fortnite at low settings, then that will probably last you a very long time. So it depends. There's no strict answer to that. But, you know, just in general relevance, the 2600 and 1080 Ti are still both great. So, you know, I'm sure you'll be able to use them for the foreseeable future. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Go back here and take a look. 1 second. I think my Twitch is broken. Oh, okay. Here we go. My bad. My Twitch is being kind of stupid right now. Give me a second. Um, is It's Daniel in this call? Oh, he is here. Okay. Yeah, if you have a question, you can DM me. That's okay. But it's easier if you just type in voice chat text. You can ping me there. It's the second lowest text channel in the server. It's above the music channel. It's easier if you just type your question there, because otherwise I have to, you know, click away. Are you able to send me a build link like we did last time too? I would say 3070 would do it for me, so 1500 with a 3070 Canadian. Okay, yeah, but type in voice chat text. Have you ate Thanksgiving yet? No, it's like 5 p.m., dude. um, okay. We eat early? Okay, you're eating early? That's good. So Daniel, just repost your question in voice chat text. You know, give me some more details. So like 3070, that can fit in 1500 Canadian, but give me some like, you know, are you using anything? What are you doing with the system? You know, that sort of thing. Okay.
Voice chat you're saying? Voice chat 2?
Voice chat text. It's the channel above the music channel.
Above the music. Okay, I got you.
Perfect. Okay. I was saying 500 gigs as I would need 2 terabyte plus storage and still want an SSD for some things in boot and stuff like that. Yeah, that's fine then. CPU is R5 1600. What network adapter would you recommend? No network adapter. Just PCs come with Ethernet adapters installed. They have NICs installed. Typically 1 gigabit. How come people are still buying Intel processors? Because right now, for the low to mid-range budget segment, Intel is actually more relevant than AMD because AMD CPUs have gone back up in price and Intel CPUs have gone down in price. So the real question is, how come people are still buying the 3600, for example? It's just not a good CPU to buy right now for most people. What would you recommend upgrading in the future? You'd probably be starting with your CPU, but you know, if you're playing like 4K ultra settings in AAA titles, then maybe it's your GPU that's going to need the upgrade first, but that depends. You can check out your benchmarks, you can do some troubleshooting to kind of spec out and see what's kind of the limiting factor in your system. But yeah, what processor for gaming using Intel platform? That would be on a low budget, the 10100/10100F. For a mid-range budget, the 10400/10400F. And for a high-range budget, you would go 10600K, but 10600K is often overshadowed by the 5600X. I would say the 5600X is AMD's most relevant CPU at the current time. Okay, cool. Jag. CPU is R5 1600. Would I be able to switch to B450? I already know RAM and GPU will work. Yes, you should be okay. Okay, so I changed this around now. Here is new build for now. Likely we'll go over it again tomorrow. Okay, I'll look at it. Give me a second. Let me open the right Firefox tab. Now that this is working properly. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Segotep GP good, storage good, that's good, that's good. I changed the motherboard again, and the GPU is fine. I would go Intel though, I would go Intel. But yeah, let me know how much you can get like at the 10100/F4, by the way. What time does Black Friday actually start? 12 a.m. or later in the morning? It doesn't have any specific starting time. So if you just come back in like 24 hours, you know, you come back around this time, I'll be here and I'll be making people lists. So, you know, we'll work with whatever we have at the time. Yeah, you don't need to like wake up early or anything. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Come to tech, please? I'm not going to troubleshooting. Hell no. 1500 Canadian 3070 mainly gaming. Okay, let's actually make a list. So I'm gonna make a list for this guy because he said he wants it early. I'll make a list for him. He said he's gonna like go drive down there to like check stuff out, so I'll make a list. So 1500 Canadian is probably going to be either 10400 plus 3070 or 5600X plus 3070. 5600X is actually in stock, so I'm gonna work with that. Motherboard,
Okay.
we're gonna have to go B550. We're gonna have to go Pro VDH Wi-Fi. And then the memory here, we're gonna go 2x8, 3000 and up megahertz. The Vulkan kit's looking pretty good. I don't think there's anything else here worth buying. We'll do that. Storage, we're going to go let's say 1 terabyte.
Yeah, 1 terabyte should do it. Yeah,
Okay,
for me at
cool.
least. Yeah.
Anything else
And
worth
then,
buying?
like, I don't know if it's worth mentioning, but it's gonna be mainly like 1080p gaming, games like Warzone, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
3070. Ooh, okay. Those
And
are
then, if it's cool, tomorrow I will just be back to ask you if there is anything worth changing if the prices are gonna go down in our area. I don't know.
okay. Okay.
Huh?
Okay. I'm gonna MB311L in this thing. Ooh, that's actually pretty good for Canada. Okay. So it looks like I'm exceeding your budget right now, so I'm gonna have to scale back to Intel on the CPU, which is fine. It should be
Okay.
okay. Nothing of value lost there. We're gonna get 600 plus watt unit. System power 9 is our bare minimum here. CV, we've got Lepton. Thank you, Spicy Tuna. Interesting name for the follow. And the two other people, Juju and PS Lol. I didn't see you guys earlier, my bad. Okay. So we got GXS here. I'm probably gonna go System Power 9 because I can. And we're gonna drop the CPU and motherboard for something cheaper. Then 400F. Ooh, 200 in Canada. That's pretty good. Or 210. And B460. Am I gonna be able to finish and fit all of this in? That's a very good price. That. Okay, I am done. And I actually have a little bit of room in your budget, but
Okay.
yeah. Okay, where are you, Daniel? So there's your list. Your voice gets me
Awesome.
hard. Oh, okay. Good to know. All right. So
Okay, Brian. Thanks a lot,
basically,
man.
mhm.
I guess I'm gonna look it up, and then yeah, tomorrow if anything changes, pricing wise, I will come back and see what you think about it.
Got you. All right.
Okay.
All right,
But
man.
yeah, I guess yeah, I will go with what you wrote. I'm gonna
Mhm.
look at it in like 10, 15 minutes because I'm not in front of a PC.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, thanks a lot.
Or just in the chat stealing my line. Ass is good, tits are shit. Okay, we had this discussion yesterday. Okay, you're just uncultured comments being spewed in my chat right now. Just absolutely disgusting.
Look. They're both good.
They're both good. That's fair. But this man, it's absolute slander. Disgusting. He's disgusting. All right, we talked about this.
But let's be real here. The girls with a little bit of width, though. You know, a little bit of that. You know, a little bit of
A little bit of meat on their bones. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, like that little crease.
We can all appreciate it. Okay. Spicy tuna.
But I got it, man. Ass is pretty good. I mean,
real quick here. So spicy tuna. First of all, I'd go Intel, given current prices. No need to buy an M.2 heatsink because most motherboards these days come with at least decent M.2 heatsink for at least one M.2 slot. So no need for that. The RAM was a good choice. So good on that. I'm glad you picked that up when it was 72.
Yeah, good deal.
P1 is not worth 94 per terabyte. There's an SN550 off of Western Digital site right now for 90 per terabyte, which is pretty decent. So you can look at that.
What was it called?
The Western Digital Blue SN550. It's 90 per terabyte off of Western Digital site right now. But again, if you're going to come back tomorrow, like I suggest, because tomorrow's Black Friday, I can make you a list from scratch at that time, and then we can talk about SSDs at that time. 3070 Founders, that's fine. TD500.
It can be any variant, just around 500.
Okay,
yeah,
great. TD500 mesh for 80 is fine. I'm okay with that.
I need some help.
Yeah, 1 second, dude. I pick a different power supply. CX650M is not worth 85. There is a much better unit. There is a LEDX3 Gold that's $100 right now for like I think 750 watts. So that would be a much better option. I believe that's on Newegg. And then yeah, we talked about the M.2 heatsink. So all in all, not horrible, but Intel just happens to be better value right now. The SSD could be slightly better, and the power supply should be changed and drop the heatsink, and that's basically it.
Yeah, here's a question. So I actually was thinking about getting the i5-10400F. I was actually really like adamant on getting that CPU, but I just realized that apparently it only supports a certain speed of memory. Is that true?
That is true. On B460 boards or B series boards, it will limit itself to 2666 megahertz, which is not a big deal because in gaming performance, it actually performs essentially identical or even better in some cases compared to the 3600 running at 3200 megahertz. So yeah, you should be all good. Yeah, and it's just cheaper. So cheaper for essentially the same
definitely
thing.
way cheaper, and it is sometimes better. I've seen in some benchmarks. So yeah,
right, yeah.
And that applies to my board, the like limiting.
Yep. Yeah, you would need a Z series board to unlock that limitation, and it's usually not worth doing that. So
yeah, right. Okay.
Read Psalm 22:16. What is Psalm 22:16? I wanna look at that. Hold on. Psalm 22:16. Let's read this shit. For dogs encompass me. A company of evildoers encircles me. They have pierced my hands and feet. Damn. That's rough. That's edgy. Damn.
Hey, I'm having some drivers issues. Could y'all help me out?
You can head to the troubleshooting channel and ask them for help there. But this channel is for picking parts.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Cool. Will my PC work without a GPU? Depends on which CPU you have. If you have a Ryzen CPU with no G at the end, no. If you have an Intel CPU with no F at the end, yes. Thoughts? Auphonics Black Shock Mount compatible with Blue Yeti mic. I mean, I'm sure that's going to work fine. It looks like a pretty standard shock mount that you would mount onto a standard mic arm. So looks fine. Looks fine. Has an adjustable tilt knob as well. Yeah, looking fine. Looking fine. Should I change anything that I haven't purchased on my list? You literally only have the hard drive. There's literally just the hard drive. So, no? I mean, it's a standard hard drive recommendation, so I mean, it's fine. You could have just asked me about the hard drive. You didn't have to send me the whole list. This man's like, yo, is there anything besides what I've purchased that's a problem? And it's literally just the hard drive that you haven't purchased. Yeah, it's fine. What's a good motherboard for 5600X? X570 godlike. Okay, our typical recommendation for the 5600X is in fact, okay, oh my god, PC Part Picker, stop doing it. Fun. I'm gonna reset my list here. Western Digital versus Seagate, doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, typically our recommendation is this guy for the 5600X because it has flashback, as you can see here, that's the button. And it's just a good board overall too, and it has Wi-Fi too. It has like everything, you know, everything a PC builder could ever want, okay? Is it worth getting 3600 over 3200? Typically no. Hotbox NZXT case, Hotbox NZXT case. What do you mean? What, bro, what do you mean? What do you mean? Just depends on the CPU if you don't have a GPU. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm gonna invite some more people into this channel, and we're gonna have a blast.
Aegis was that recommendation for me.
Who is speaking?
Velocity.
Velocity?
I'm guessing it wasn't.
I think
for
did
then,
you just
but I
get
guess
here?
It still applies. Yeah, I did.
Okay. No, I don't think I recommended anything to you then. If you have a
Wait, what?
question and you're in the chat, and you're in the voice channel, type your question in the voice chat text channel, and I will look at it and possibly answer it. Okay, hold on. All right, let's see. There's a guy earlier asking about like SSD stuff like that. That was fun. Another Reverie. Oh my god. Another Reverie. Okay. MX330G Air is a weird case recommendation, right? Is it worth water cooling a 1080 Ti? Typically no. I mean, it's typically not worth water cooling anything because you don't get much performance more. You don't get much more performance usually. I mean, for a top end SKU like a 1080 Ti, I guess if you had to pick a GPU to water cool, that would be a decent one. But from a pure like value perspective, the amount of money you put into water cooling and the amount of time you put into water cooling doesn't, you know, proportionally scale to how much performance you get out of it. So no, but you know, for people who have a 1080 Ti or bought one at the time, and that was the best GPU available for gaming, you may as well water cool it if you wanted to, because there's nothing better that you can spend more money on. Whereas like, you know, is it worth water cooling a 3070? Definitely not, because there's a 3080. So if you're gonna spend money on water cooling, you may as well just get a 3080. So yeah. I haven't purchased the CPU, GPU, hard drive, and power supply. I just have custom prices that are actually MSRP that make it look like I've purchased them. Okay. Power supply you should have bought earlier when we told when we were talking about the deal, the $110 deal. So yeah, I would have done that at that time instead. Also, how is Reverie join the voice channel? Okay. What are all the things wrong with this list? Good question. Let's look at all the things that are possibly wrong with you. Let's take a look.
Oh no.
If I want to game, stream, and get into editing on a $1,200 budget, should I go AMD or Intel? If you're doing casual editing, streaming is typically irrelevant for CPU, and gaming, currently on a $1,200 budget, I would go Intel, because then you can get a 10400F and a 3070, or possibly even a 3080 if you have some good sales. So that would do better than, say, like a 5600X, and I mean, you wouldn't be able to afford like a 3070 in that budget, I don't think. Maybe. Yeah, that would be a tight squeeze. So if you can fit a 5600X in 3070 and you're playing at like 1080p or something, then that would be the right option. But if you can't, then you would go 10400F plus 3070 or 3080. So it really depends on what deals are available and what you can actually fit into that budget. So it's either going to be 10400F in 3070 or 5600X in 3070 or something like that. Hello, I was thinking about building a gaming and streaming PC using the Black Friday sales tomorrow for around $1,000 or less. Could you link me a list for that, please? If you hit me up tomorrow, I will make you a list tomorrow because I don't know what sales are going to happen tomorrow. So I don't know what parts to recommend to you just yet. So I would come to me tomorrow. But if you want to hang around and, ask questions about, just general PC stuff, feel free. Is 3080 Ti actually a thing or just a hoax right now? Currently, there are no reputable rumors backing the 3080 Ti's existence. I mean, if NVIDIA had to create a 3080 Ti, it would be pretty cringe because there's literally a 10% difference between the 3080 and 3090 at 4K, which is like, what are you going to do? You're going to fit a GPU between those two in a 10% margin? That's kind of questionable. So unless they make a 3080 Ti that's better than the 3080 and release it at the same price later on, I don't think they will. Or they'll do something else, like they'll increase the VRAM and then not increase performance or something like that. By the way, Cubex was joking when he said X570 godlike. 3090 Ti probably won't happen. There is almost definitely going to be a Titan card though. That's not 3090. The 3090 is not the Titan card. There's probably going to be a Titan card because GA102 still has a complete SKU that's not the 3090. Okay. So if I come by your Discord tomorrow, will you be able to give me a list? Yeah, it's not my Discord, by the way. It's I don't own the Discord. Yeah, you can head over here. It's discord.gg/buildapc. It's a pretty big server. It's yeah, you can ask us there. Titan card for 2000. That's wishful thinking. It's probably going to be like 2500 like usual. I'm playing at 1080p sort of low settings, so there isn't a need for a 3070. Okay, great. Then oh shit, you're Cubex. I thought you were someone else. I'm stupid.
You really should start a YouTube.
I might, but then I have to actually like, put in effort.
Upload your VODs,
I have to, like,
man.
put in effort. I do upload my VODs. I have started uploading my VODs. Somebody told me to do that, so I was like, yeah, I may as well.
That's a good way,
Just gonna keep asking till it stops getting glazed over, lol. What motherboard should I go for if I want a best price performance on the AM4 platform, only for a 3100? The ASRock B450M Pro 4, assuming it's like $65, that's the right choice. Better, question mark? Says Mattis. Let's take a look.
Did you say 65 for a B550?
For a B450M Pro 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for a 3100 you'd be going B450. Okay. I don't even know what you changed on this list, so it's not better. Did you change the SSD? I think you changed the SSD, right? Like, everything else here is still a problem. Like I said, basically everything on the list is a problem, so this is not better, really.
Wait,
also, and again,
talking to me
Mattis.
Or are you talking to?
No, I was talking to someone else.
Never
I think he
mind.
left,
Sorry.
actually. But Mattis, if you're in the stream, yeah, I can make you a new list tomorrow. Like, instead of you, pounding your head into the wall trying to make a list now. Bought the iFixit Macro toolkit. Nice. Cool. Good stuff. I managed to get it to work. Haha, so Discord challenged. Yeah. Joining voice can be a real struggle sometimes. Titan RTX 2. It'll probably be called, like, I don't know, RTX Ampere or something. Or maybe RTX Alpha or RTX A for Ampere. I don't know. Titan RTX 2 would be funny, though. I got a P31 for 108. Am I deal hunter yet? Yes, Cubex. You're an amazing deal hunter. I'm so proud of you. What desk do you guys use? I'm using someone else's like school desk thing in someone's basement right now. Epic.
It's a random piece of wood sitting on top of an old cardboard box.
Of course, that's the highest quality
it's just a
desk.
2x4. One 2x4
cardboard box.
Should I buy an aftermarket cooler for the 10400F? There's no need. It's the cooler it comes with is good enough. The 10400F runs quite cool. I'm gonna play some Warzone. Cheers. Thanks for the help. Cheers for the help. Yeah, dude. Enjoy your game. Enjoy your game, dude. Okay, let's see. What's that PSU you recommended for my build again? I have no idea, but it's probably the Segotep GP 600 watt, unless you have a pretty high budget. So it's probably that.
Wait, let me talk about that power supply. So basically, we confirmed it's not that model. It's a different model that like like we don't have a lot of information on. There's literally no reviews on it. Nobody's opened it up.
So it's not Platamax?
No, like we're talking about a different model. The model that we're talking about, like the 600-watt one, that's like $50. That one, like that's a different model than what we actually know about.
Then the Platamax one, you mean?
Yeah, it's a different one apparently.
Okay, well, I think Cubex ordered one, so he's going to find out.
Open it up and do fun things.
Yep, he's gonna electrocute himself.
Also, I have a test for you, Aegis.
Cubex, do you go to UBC or am I Aegis? No, I don't go to UBC. I'm gonna go to college in the US. Is this good? The video card is a placeholder for the upcoming RTX 3060 Ti, better than 2080 Super. Well, I can't guarantee the 3060 Ti is going to be better than the 2080 Super. That would be very impressive if it was, but I don't think that's going to happen. And if you're going to buy a 3060 Ti, when/if that card comes out, I would buy your list then. Yeah, I wouldn't make a list right now. I would come back when that card actually comes out. So the rumor is that it's going to come out December 2nd. If it were to come out December 2nd, it should have been announced like yesterday, like at least a week in advance. So I don't think it's going to come out December 2nd. Maybe later. We'll see. But when that card does come out, and when it is available, come back to us, and we'll make you a list. But I would not recommend making a list ahead of time, especially involving parts that do not currently exist. So, yeah. Shrooms... Oh, wait, do you want to be in the other channel, or I moved you back in because we are full right now. So
Fair enough.
sorry, what'd you say? Oh, okay. Never mind. We're good then. All right. What CPU would allow my setup to work without a GPU? Any CPU with an integrated GPU. So that would be any Ryzen CPU with a G at the end, or any Intel CPU as long as it doesn't have an F at the end. If I get a 10400F, will I need to get an AIO or air cooler? It comes with an air cooler, and it's good enough. So just use that. Okay. Okay.
Aegis, I have a test for you that I really want you to take.
What's the test?
Let me DM it to you.
Okay. Older heatsinks are really meh, and 10400F doesn't really need an extra cooler. 8700 trashed its stock cooler though. Yeah, it did. And but the 8400 didn't, so that's good. Is the B550 worth it for 5600X? B550 is required for 5600X. There are some B450 boards that have beta BIOS updates out for Ryzen 5000, but I wouldn't get those. And also, you would need to be either incredibly lucky stock-wise, or you need to get a board with flashback. And B450 boards with flashback are expensive enough that you could just get a B550 board. So, yeah. Maybe I missed out, but can you recommend some medium budget cases? Thinking same price range as 400A. That's high budget actually, not medium. But
pretty high budget.
Yeah, if you're gonna go micro ATX, which is something I would suggest, there's not a single platform right now that you wouldn't go micro ATX on besides maybe like Z490. So B550, B450, B460, all three of those chipsets you would be going micro ATX. So in that case, you are going to go for a Cooler Master MB311L. That case is $50 right now, which is just really great. That case is such high value right now that it just every other recommendation we have just needs to, like, you know, square up to that, and that's probably not going to happen. So Amazon has the Cooler Master MB311L for $50. It's a very good case. So the B450M Pro 4 has no Wi-Fi. Good price for the board, but I need Wi-Fi SMH. What is the cheapest AM4 Wi-Fi board that's cheap? Yeah, follow what Thunder has said. Thunder or Aurora Wolf. Follow what she has written in the chat. If those boards are too expensive, you could get like a cheaper board and get a Wi-Fi adapter, but I think those boards are viable right now. So yeah, cool.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm building a PC right now, and I forgot which way the fans are supposed to go.
Sorry?
The direction of the fans, like,
oh,
I forgot
right, got you. No, I got you. No, I'll send you something. I got you. 1 second. Let me go back to Discord. Dude, who said that?
Nick.
Nick? Okay. I have a nice image for you.
Hey. So basically, if it's on On the back, right?
All right, there you go. Take a look at that image and let me know if
Wait,
that's
that's not the image I was
clear.
thinking of. They made an updated version. You have a trademark on it?
What? I have a trademark? What? No, that's my
Yeah,
image.
you have a trademark on it.
Yeah, that's my image.
Oh, you made it.
Wasn't this the? Yeah, that's the one that.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody uses.
hmm
Anyways, hey, just look in the DMs and take that test.
Bro, what is this? This is literally just EE. Nah, bro. Okay, I'll do this later if you want.
No, I don't know the answers. I'm asking you 'cause I don't know the answers.
What?
I don't know the answers. I'm asking you.
You don't know the answer? Who gave you this test?
Arsha?
Arsha?
5,000
Okay.
processors.
It's basically just meme like niche knowledge. It's like whatever. You sound like
No,
a
he's
YouTuber
like,
Bloody Biscuit.
he's like,
Okay.
here, you want to take this test for fun? I'm like, sure. And I looked at it, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, sure, I'll explain the questions to you if you want. Those are, from what I can see, okay, yeah, those are all, I think, Hynix RAM ICs, because those look like Hynix RAM IC codes. Or are we talking? Yeah, those look like. Oh, okay, no, those are shortened for like Samsung 8 gigabit B die, Micron 8 gigabit E, Hynix 8 gigabit D. Okay, that makes sense. Does not have issues with low TRC. So yeah, certain RAM ICs have issues with certain timings going down and scaling. I believe DJR doesn't have that issue. B doesn't have that issue. I don't think N has that issue either. Wait, does not have issues with low TRCD. That would be Samsung 8B. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's Samsung 8B. Which factors can affect the degradation of MOSFETs and ICs? I don't even know what thermocycling is. So I know electromigration can. I don't think interleaving can. I know gate oxide breakdown can, but I don't know what thermocycling is. Which of the following companies published a specification theory for various types of DRAM products? That's JEDEC. Power supplies can implement both NTC and PTC thermistors as an implementation of OTP. I think that's true. I think so. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah. What are the devices that are generally used in the implementation of OCP? I don't know. I don't know power supplies that well.
Shunt resistors.
There you go. Cubex. Is Cubex in here? Cubex knows. Shunt resistors. There you go. Our boy Cubex has got us covered. What are the main benefits of LLC resonant conversion over double forward? Is this like select all that apply or only a single one?
I think it
should be select all that apply because it's several of them. It should be efficiency. It should be wine as well.
Switching.
It should be wine as well. Does that affect Ripple as well?
More stable capacitance because you've got more MOSFETs.
Okay, all right. I mean, yeah, it looks like just RAM and power supply type shit.
All right, so let's tell Arsha I'm smart.
You're gonna give him our answers. And you're gonna
No,
tell
I'm
him.
joking.
You're gonna tell him that you're smart. Nice.
See the test that you made.
Big brain time.
You know RAM? Name all the ICs.
Damn, that's rough, dude.
I'm pretty sure Arsha could answer that.
I'm gonna have to name every single IC to ever exist.
I'm gonna give you a kit, and you're gonna have to figure out right
Oh
now.
yeah,
what type
you
of
know
die it is.
RAM. Name my favorite power chip DDR2 IC, my guy.
If we're looking
SMA
at a kit that is
triad.
4000 frequency, CL16, and TRCD22, what type of kit is it?
It's that sounds like a pretty cringe kit, not gonna lie.
It is a pretty.
We're talking
It's
about
a-
some Samsung C right here. What's this?
It's DGR that's lost its way.
It's DJR that's lost its way. Where the fuck is Mario Judah? I don't know where he went, dude. I don't know.
Oh my
He's probably off somewhere going hard, you know. Is this a good start? Need a GPU and fans. Are the Black Friday deals all already out, or are there still more to come? Okay, let me take a look. No, that's not a good start. That is a no-no. My good sir. That is actually 9700K with a Z390 board for 80 is not bad. I'm assuming you got this from Micro Center. That's not terrible. Fuma 2, I changed that to a cheaper cooler to preserve value if you're gonna go down this route. RAM, I changed that. There's like $5 cheaper RAM that's like the same spec. SN550 is 90 off of Western Digital site right now if you're interested in that. P400A, I wouldn't get that for 80, given that it's the non-digital version. And CX650 is worth buying at that price. Yeah. So not a terrible start. Some interesting choices. But you got the 9700K for 200 deal, so that's cool. If I'm not getting a CPU cooler and don't intend to overclock my CPU, do I need to get a mid-quality case? When you say
Like
not getting a
versus low
CPU cooler, you mean
quality.
like a stock cooler?
Yeah, going with the stock and then
No,
like
you don't. You don't. Case doesn't have
I
as much impact on temperatures as most people think it does.
awesome.
you
Then
don't
what
put
are
it-
some good
And they're good. They're
low
good
budget
airflow
like
cases.
60, 70?
There are good airflow cases that are like cheap too. You don't have to spend a lot of case to get good airflow.
It's like
Can you name some good 60, 70s?
Amazon.com. Search Cooler Master MB311L. It's like $50 right now, and it's hella meta.
Oh, Aegis squads are on sale right now. They're $35.
Yeah, Celica just sent me a mention. He was like, "Dude, you gotta shill this shit." I was like, "Okay, buddy."
But they're rank fans. We want all RGB.
Oh, but I want LLs and I want them now. We're
Come
gonna
on,
be on Discord
QLs is where
tomorrow.
it's at.
Probably like lunchtime Pacific for like 3 to 4 to 6 hours. I don't know. It depends on how many people come. I'm assuming there's gonna be a decent amount of people, so I'll probably be here for a while. Is it possible that you could make me a build with that 9700K and Z390P deal? Sure, I'll make it for you tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Black Friday, so in case there's some spicy SSD deals or something like that, I'd say tomorrow would be a good time.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that case name?
Cooler Master MB311L.
MB?
MB311L.
Okay, yeah, I looked up NB. That was I'm retarded.
Nice. Very
Now,
nice.
speaking of retarded, I've got a brand new question.
Uh-huh.
Alright. If I've got a hard drive that's like already chockers full of shit, and I like rename it, like not changing like the fucking if it's an E to an like D drive or whatever, just like changing the name, would that fuck anything up?
No. Typically no.
Okay, epic.
Yeah, unless you have some
Goodbye
sort
local
of
disk. Hello, cum zone.
Yes.
I used to have that
Welcome to the cum zone.
only inside
God,
anime.
girls. I can't believe you know that shit.
Dude, I know the whole fucking script.
I do too, and
It was a mistake to come here.
you know the other one too. You're crazy.
Wait. What was the other one? Oh yeah, no, never mind. I know it.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, there's 3 of them now, so
Wait, what?
yeah, he released a new one.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Does anyone know what the difference between the MB320 and MB311
The
are?
320L has a closed front.
Has mesh front, and then 320 has an acrylic front.
So
It doesn't matter. They
311L
look the same.
is epic. 311L is epic. Take 311L.
Oh, fucking hell yeah.
I'm ready to buy the PC. Okay, Black Friday is tomorrow. Black Friday is tomorrow. So hit me up tomorrow. Literally one more day. One more day, dude.
No, but I can just
man. I'm
got the
kind of in a
urge.
rush.
Do you know if the
Anyway,
Z390P or the Z390A Pro is better? Z390P is better. What time LMFAO? Tomorrow, like lunchtime Pacific time. So like maybe like 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern. Do I have to overclock my RAM when running a 10400F because of the motherboard? No. On the contrary,
Can't.
you
Yeah.
are even more
Well,
limited than
well-
normal. You can actually go to 2666 and tighten your timings. That is an option. And it does actually give similar yields to going higher frequency and having slightly looser timings. But it's not worth the time probably. Yeah.
RAM overclocking is usually not worth the time unless you're pro.
Well, it's you got to get a good enough IC to do it because like
People
little
don't-
overclocking does
most people
nothing.
don't want to, or don't have good enough to actually.
All right.
And your
all right,
motherboard doesn't even
alright.
have VRM.
It'll
so
cap at
no.
2933. No, it'll cap at 2666. If you had an i7 or i9 that was locked on a B series board, it would cap at 2933.
Oh, Aegis, I think it's time to replace my QLC DRAM-less SSD.
Oh no.
Hey, just what's a good what's a
no.
good value 1 terabyte SSD?
Right now the SN550 is $90, but if you wait until tomorrow, perhaps there will be a better deal out.
The MX500. It's
Also,
$40.
I want to talk about something. Hold on. So
This gonna be hard.
I want to talk about something. So ProShop is a German retailer for computer parts and just tech stuff in general and other things. And they have released their order number, fulfilled orders, and actually received GPUs for both RTX 3000 and RX 6000. And for those people who were wondering, like, is AMD actually having a similar situation with Nvidia? Are they actually sending out cards? Is it actually a situation where the cards are normal, like the demand is really high? And now we have actual data. So I'm just gonna briefly scroll through this. Like, you can see 3070, 300 cards received, 150 cards received. These are pretty decent numbers. 262 cards received. 3080, you have hundreds of cards received, hundreds of cards received, etc., etc. 3090, you're getting a decent number of shipments as well. And yeah, you're seeing like outstanding customer orders that are relatively low on the 3090, and then 3080, of course, pretty high demand, but at least you're getting hundreds of cards in, right? Now let's look at RX 6000. Okay, let's look at RX 6000 here. 6800 for total amount of cards received for the entirety of the 6800. We're talking about AIB models. We're talking about the reference model. 100 cards. 100 cards. Just 100 cards. Only 100 cards. 6800 XT. How many cards has ProShop received? Now, this is including AIBs. This is including reference cards. 25 cards total. 25. So, yeah, that's not good. That is,
weren't they talking shit about
very not good. Yeah, Frank.
NVIDIA?
A lot of people on Reddit are angry at Frank Azor because, like, someone was saying, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bet $10 that AMD is gonna have just the same situation as Nvidia, and then Frank Azor was like, oh yeah, I would like your $10 tomorrow, please, right? So basically, he baited everyone into thinking that AMD didn't have the same supply issues that Nvidia has, but it looks like, at least so far, the supply situation is even worse. So, at least with Nvidia,
was that data sheet over like since 3000 series launched, or was that?
I believe that's
in that case,
is that
it's
today?
kind of
I
an
think it's
unfair
at today's
comparison.
shipments. I think it's at today's shipments. But let me read it again. Yeah, it says today's RTX numbers.
Okay, never mind. Then AMD is just being.
Although no, it doesn't make sense that they would receive like hundreds of cards in a single day. So it says this is total since launch. Yeah, since launch. It's not the number of cards.
Well, that's unfair then. 'cause
That makes sense.
I mean,
That makes
NVIDIA
sense.
had a month.
No, that does make sense. That does make sense. But 25 6800 XTs to like a pretty large retailer on launch
I
day
mean, yeah,
is
that's pretty
definitely worse
bad,
than
but
Nvidia's
still.
situation, because we saw order numbers and fulfillment numbers for retailers for like the 3070 and 3080 on launch day, and they were definitely better than that. So
AMD could prioritize American buyers potentially. I don't know. I'm not trying to defend
yeah.
AMD, but I'm just saying there
So-
could be a lot of variables at hand.
with Nvidia, you had retailers saying like, we got a typical number of cards, but there was just really high demand. And then, you had AIBs, you had journalists saying, we got a typical amount of silicon, there was just a really high amount of demand. So that's believable. But like on AMD side here, it's kind of questionable. That's kind of a concern. And of course, on top of that, it's not like the AMD cards are like super great this time around anyways. They're pretty disappointing in my opinion. So 3200 megahertz RAM on a 10400F isn't a thing, provided 3200 megahertz RAM on a B460 board is not a thing. Okay? The 10400F itself is not entirely responsible for that limitation. Leaving SSD blank for now because of possible Black Friday deals. How is the rest here? It's fine. I got him. One sec. Hold on. Add music and VC. Okay. Leaving SSD blank for now because of possible Black Friday deals. How is the rest here? Let's take a look at the rest here. 5600X is cool. Instead of B550M Pro 4, I would try to go B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi, but that's actually an acceptable choice if you don't need Wi-Fi. The RAM, I would get just 3200C16 for like $10 less. 3080, I would avoid the Founders. It's definitely the worst 3080 out there, so I would avoid the Founders. MB311L is 50 on Amazon, I believe, right now. And finally, RM850 is not worth 125. I don't know if Cuban is still here, but I believe LEDX3 Gold is 100 right now. So that is a better unit.
You said Lennox 3 Gold?
Superflower LEDX, so LEADEX 3 Gold. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you can save $1 on Oreos at Fry's.
Oh, really? $1 on Oreos at Fry's for Black Friday.
It went from $4.91 to $3.60 something.
Aegis.
The LEDX 3 Gold that costs $120.
Aegis. Where do you think? What website would you? Okay. What website would you think would be the cheapest to get 5000 series processor like a 5800X or?
There's no single website, and at this close to the launch of those CPUs, they're probably all going to be the same price at most sites. So it's a matter of where you can get them from instead of like where you can get them from cheap, because they're probably going to be all the same price.
Wait, Aegis, are you gonna be black?
Oh wait. I mean, I like, what do you think would be like a good $1,500 to $1,600 build from maybe like a couple months from now? Like
in a couple months from now, there's going to be Intel's 11th gen CPUs, and prices are going to be radically different. So I have no idea.
Aegis, you said LEDX 3 Gold, but what wattage rating? Because
I think it's like either 650 or 750, and it's $100.
I feel is 650 low for the
No.
the 3080 plus
No, you're fine.
5600 though?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we got some space in here, so I'm gonna pull some more people.
And where is it 100? On
Newegg. On Newegg. Unless the sale is already over, in which case I'm mistaken. So.
Thanks.
Should I grab the MX500?
Price?
44.
No, A2000 is 50.
I don't see a single LEDX on Newegg in the first
I can
place.
try to find it for you. 1 second.
It's 50 for 500 gigs.
Oh, it's out of stock. Fuck. Oh, it's 650. 650 for 100. Fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm blind as a bat.
You found it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Should I grab the MX500?
Good stuff.
Why are so many people here?
Yeah, if I called you into this channel and you have a question about PC building, put it in voice chat text. It's the channel above the music channel at the bottom here, and you can ask your question. And also, if you want to see what I'm doing, like when I pick your parts and shit, I'm also streaming this voice call on Twitch. And oh yeah, if you say something, just be aware you're being streamed. I forgot. I'm supposed to say that first. Great.
Alright, I don't need to like research that many more parts. Just need a few.
Okay. I mean, if you have a list or something you want us to look at, put it into voice chat text. Yeah, not PC building, but can I snag the? If I can snag this, is it a good price? Let's see if it is a good price. $120 for what looks like a 1080p. Is this a C24G1 clone? No more.
Oh,
144 hertz. It's VA.
It's a nice,
yeah, this is good for a secondary.
don't buy it. I highly recommend you don't buy it because it's up from Office Depot.
This is a good secondary monitor. Yeah.
It is. The issue is with Office Depot is that they take forever to ship. Like.
Yeah, so if you want to like a decent secondary and you don't really care about that, then yeah, then that's cool.
Just expect at least like 2 weeks.
That's a really long fucking link.
Below that, I said it's in stock in a physical store near me.
Okay, great. Yeah. I mean, for that price?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, pick that up for that's a good secondary.
Because I can't really afford a higher past that really.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine then. No, that is bad. That is terrible for $70. The A2500 gigs for $70 is a flat no.
It's going for $50.
Yeah, it's going for 50 on like Amazon or something or Newegg right now. What rumors surrounding performance are surrounding Intel's Rocket Lake microarchitecture? Not too many rumors. I mean, we have an official announcement, so you know I can take you through that if you want. There it is.
Actually, yes, please.
So, Intel's 11th gen Core Rocket Lake detailed. Intel Ice Lake Core with Xe graphics. So here's the summary, okay? First of all, they're slashing the 10 core part. So the top end part on Rocket Lake is going to be 8 cores and 16 threads. they're changing their core architecture for the first time in 5 years from Skylake to Cypress Cove. Cypress Cove, if you haven't heard about Intel's Cove cores before, they've made their way into like laptops, and Cove cores are basically like Golden Cove and Sunny Cove. They are a completely or very heavily revamped design from Skylake, and Cypress Cove is essentially a Sunny Cove core that has been backed from 10 nanometer to 14 nanometer. So an expensive process, but Intel has probably chosen to do so to scale clock speed. And yeah, so we have Cypress Cove. There is confirmation that Intel is going to be on the 500 series chipset, so I'm assuming Z590, B560. What else is there? This isn't that important. We're up from 16 PCI lanes on the CPU to 20, and of course there's going to be PCI Gen 4 support on these processors. Assumedly, they're going to be on the same socket as well, so LGA 1200. So if you have a Z490 board right now, should be compatible with 11th gen. Not that I would recommend going from 10th to 11th gen, but yeah, that is that. Based on these changes that we're seeing, in this announcement, this should be the biggest generational gap in the last 5 years for Intel, mostly because Intel has been very stagnant in the last 5 years. So this should be the biggest gap for Intel in a little bit, but not that that's that impressive, but just letting you know. Another thing is that there's going to be an AVX 512 unit in Cypress Cove, which is a little bit confusing. Some of the hardware enthusiasts in the community are kind of scratching their heads at this. AVX 512, if you're not familiar with that, is a very specialized instruction set that works with very large sets of data and is typically not utilized in consumer applications and is used in specialized professional applications, let's call them that. And so people are wondering why, Intel's bringing AVX 512 to the mainstream desktop, especially because AVX 512, that unit is expensive in terms of die space, and it's also expensive in terms of power. So, Intel must have some reason for bringing this to the desktop, or perhaps it's irrational. I don't know. We'll see about that. For those of you that are, interested in encoding work, there is significant encoder support that has been improved on QuickSync here, so that's pretty good. And
so you're talking about the Rocket League gonna take more power?
Possibly. I'm just talking about one aspect of the Cypress Cove core that's not necessarily going to raise Rocket Lake's power over Comet Lake. So that remains to be seen. What else is there? Is there anything like super impressive here? They're saying double-digit IPC improvement, which is, questionable.
Do you think that
like
their
10%,
low end will be worth buying over the 5600X?
No idea. Completely vague right now. We don't know any CPUs. We don't know any performance metrics. It's completely vague.
Fair.
Just a vague overview of kind of what's to come.
Have they released prices even?
No, there's no
CPUs.
CPUs. This is just an architecture overview. This is just an architecture overview.
Great.
No
Okay.
CPUs yet.
When are we gonna know anything?
No idea. The memory controller speeds are now guaranteed up to 3200, just like Ryzen 3000, so that's good. And obviously you can't go higher than that on JEDEC for DDR4. PCI 4, as we talked about, added 4 lanes. That's not that important. That's not that important. That's super important. And of course, you're getting XE graphics on consumer desktop for the first time. So we're bringing that Tiger Lake iGPU that's supposed to have very high integration. Yeah, that is nice. That's not going to bring Intel anywhere near AMD's current GPU performance, but it'll be pretty close. And my stream just cut out, so give me a second.
Stream just disconnected.
My internet's just a piece of shit. Sorry. Yeah, my internet is garbage, so my stream just dropped, but it should be back.
You mentioned that I could get so I had on my list I had a 3600 CL18, and you said I should go 3200 CL16 for $10. What model is $10 less? I didn't see.
Vulcan should be 55, and there should be 3000 or 3200 C16 kits from various brands at around $50 per 16 gigs. Okay, let's see here. Voice chat text. Okay, did I miss anyone? Okay, Owen Spider. Let's take a look at this. Is this good? I don't want new Ryzen CPU or 30 series. Okay, well, if your budget is low enough, you wouldn't be able to afford those things anyway, so let's take a look. Your budget is 1200. You can afford a 3070. So I would try to get a 3070. And this list is not good. Just ignoring that, you know, the 3070 too. 3700X is irrelevant right now. B550 and Pro VDH Wi-Fi is a good board, but not for Ryzen 3000. RAM is like $25 overpriced, even considering that it's RGB. Hard drive is fine. Go A2000 over SN550. 5700 XT is a garbage pick right now. P360A is fine, but the MB311L is like $20 less, so I would do that, especially because you're going micro ATX anyways. And finally, CX650 is not worth 80. What's your internet speed? It's not the speed that's the problem, it's the consistency. My internet just cuts out like every 5 minutes. It's really stupid. Yeah, my speeds are like 50 up, 50 down, but
I have a question about the integrated graphics for Intel. You said it'd be on a processor that could take like lots of power. Do you think that it will still be, or like be a good option for small form factor builds that can't fit?
No.
Like, okay.
Yeah, it's that integrated GPU is not going to be anywhere near good enough to make that a reality. Is it possible for me to get a 3400G and use the integrated graphics for now and then upgrade to a 3060 or 3070 later? No, I would not get a 3400G because it's still Zen Plus, and Zen Plus is very weak, given what's currently available. Now, if Renoir APUs were available, if you could get a 4600G or a 4400G or like a 4750G or any of those APUs, if they were available in North America like they are in many other countries, I would recommend that, but they're not. So you're kind of fucked.
Aegis, are sales on Cyber Monday significant at all? Or
Usually no.
Higher, lower than?
Usually no.
Okay, so Black Friday
AMDG
is
is
when to buy.
dead. No, bad take. Stinky poo poo garbage take. I need a 650 to 700 power supply, preferably not ketchup and mustard cables, preferably under $120. I got you. I got you. Give me a second.
No, I'm gonna beat him to it. Fuck you.
Got you.
No.
Okay. I can't get
Damn it.
3070, so would that be the best GPU except that? No. The 5700 XT is such a regrettable choice right now. It's such a bad idea. And you picked one that's $420, which is $20 above MSRP. And mind you, that card was not worth buying at MSRP over a year ago. So
650 watts right now. Oh, okay.
now it's just terrible. I wouldn't say 1080 Ti is worth 300 used anymore. That was like maybe a couple months ago. Now it's like, I've never heard of that brand. What the fuck? That brand makes power supplies for many other brands that you probably heard of. You may have heard of EVGA before. Superflower has made all of their important power supplies basically, or most of them at least. So yeah, you're just
800 because that's what I mean. Like you can definitely go cheap, but for the average like person like searching through stuff, they're not gonna get super well done. So 300.
So router settings, adapter settings. I don't have access to the router here. It's not my internet. Adapter settings. My adapter is just an AX200, built-in NIC, and I have my little antenna. Signal strength is not the issue. I have full bars all the time. Or is your ISP taking the piss? I think it's my ISP, or it's interference. I think I'm using 2.4. I don't think the house's internet's dual. Yeah, it's 2.4. So maybe someone's using the microwave upstairs or some shit. I don't know. It's annoying though when I stream and hey, there it's doing it again. Nice. My internet just took another shit as I spoke.
If or I guess anyone in the call, if the motherboard says BIOS might require for AMD Zen 3,
you can
so
ignore
5000
it.
series.
You can ignore it.
But if I don't have another CPU that I could change in temporarily,
If
can I still
your
use it?
processor has BIOS flashback, which if whoever was picking your motherboard for you was competent, they should have chosen a motherboard with flashback. You should be able to update your BIOS without a CPU.
Is that something that they would mention? Because I don't see anything about it.
BIOS flashback is a feature on motherboards that allows you to update your CPU, or allows you to update your BIOS rather, without a CPU. PC part picker currently doesn't detect that, so you know it'll throw that warning regardless. I wish it did. That'd be nice if it did actually, but it doesn't.
Well, so this is a long ass link, but on this board, I don't see anything that says it does have it.
Oh, B550M Pro 4, right. No, that board does not have flashback, so you would have to go B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi.
Okay.
At least on a 5600X. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I kind of find it funny that GameStop sells PC.
And I need a case. I'm looking at MSI B550M. Okay, cool. But I'm getting a 3070 with it under 100 and preferably white, but I don't really care. All right. I got just the case for you. I got it. I got it.
The Nutilic something case that way.
Dude, what the fuck is going on in your background, dude? Holy shit.
Somebody just watched a movie.
Okay. Boom. There you go. I got you.
Oh, is it cool? Master one.
Master box micro ATX tempered /DP/.
Yeah,
Is this
that's a
one
big
ATX board?
What? Sorry?
Does this one? Oh, no,
Wait, did you ask if it fits ATX board?
Does this what?
Yep.
You have a micro ATX board, so. Wait, that guy's not even. Wait, who was just talking?
Oh, wait, it's on the same.
Wait, what? I'm hella confused. I sent this to
Sidek's in
Sido.
the call, but he's not the one who's asking.
Yeah, okay, well, why did that guy say something? I'm hella confused now.
So if I can't get that that ASRock B550M that I was looking at,
I mean, if you're buying a
what is good motherboard?
5600X, you shouldn't be getting that board.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is a good board then?
I sent it to you, I believe. Did I? Or I must have said it. I said B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi.
Okay, I'll look.
Oh, heckers. Oh, heckers. Hold on, what time is it?
Time for you to get a watch.
You know what, Ditto? I'm just disappointed in you, Ditto. Disappointed. That's all I have to
PC parts
say.
tomorrow.
Hmm?
You're gonna pick up PC parts for your build tomorrow.
I guess I might. Does it come in white or nah? No, it doesn't. Unlucky. It's the cost you
Okay,
pay
so
for
correct
getting
me
a
if
good
I'm wrong.
case.
It's the MSI B550M Pro VDH Wi-Fi micro ATX.
Yep.
Etc. Sells at
That one is a
109. Nice.
I have a $3,000 US budget. Can you build me a list? Sure. Hit me up tomorrow, along with the other people that are hitting me up tomorrow, and I'll make you a list.
You're gonna have so many people asking for help, including
Also,
myself.
assuming you're just gaming for the most part, or doing like casual video editing or something like that, like most people, you don't need to spend 3,000. 1,500 is good. 1,500 is good. 1,500 gets you a 5600X and a 3080, and there's nothing you can buy that will make that any significantly better for a typical use case. Cool. For $50, I don't care. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, for $50, you ain't complaining. That shit's good.
I mean, people are just fighting for $50.
You should make like a form or something so 100 people don't try to get a list all at once. I have a form. Oh, you mean like a Google form? I did that before, and the mods didn't like it here, but now I'm a mod, so like I guess I could do it. But I'm a baller. Yeah, but even ballers, you know, you don't want to waste your time making a list when shit's gonna change tomorrow. I mean, if shit doesn't change tomorrow, I'm still gonna make you a list anyways. Doesn't matter, you know. With my list, what should I change? Power supply, GPU, motherboard, and CPU to? No 330 series and no Ryzen 5000 series. Why are you insisting on not getting 30 series or 5000 series? Because 5000 series I get because it doesn't fit in your budget, but 30 series, like, that's good. Because they're always out of stock. Okay. It's time for EVGA step up. What's your PC specs? Didn't you ask me this before? Okay, I'll send it to you. The specs command. Very nice. Yeah, I'm using that for now until I can get some stuff for Black Friday.
Cheap don't go together.
Also, yeah, I don't recommend any of the parts that I have, besides maybe the motherboard. So don't use that as a model to buy anything. Oh, and the RAM too. The RAM is occasionally good. That's list. Okay, Owen Spider, I would come back tomorrow and if you want, I'll make you a list from scratch tomorrow, but I wouldn't make a list now because, you know, tomorrow do be Black Friday. Tomorrow do be the Friday that is black.
Marcus Sanders that are near me.
I really hope tomorrow Canada Computers or Memory Express has like an EK or Arctic AIO in stock. Sag.
Got 4 micro centers in my state and 1 next to me in the state next to me.
Actually, I have a 5600X, so I could probably get a shitty AIO and it wouldn't matter.
5600X.
Or I'm going to get a 5600X, so it wouldn't really matter, I guess.
Use stock cooler.
You could just use the stock cooler.
Yeah, I suppose I could.
Or just get an Arctic one.
No, I have a really
$30.
weird case, so getting a different air cooler might be hard, but the stock might be okay actually. I'd probably be fine with that. Or I have a Noctua L9A, so that's also an option.
Yeah.
Which one is better, Black Friday or Boxing Day? Black Friday. For PC parts anyways, Black Friday is by far the most significant on the entire year. I think the new Be Quiet AIOs are on sale tomorrow at CC. Fucking sick, bro. That is gamer.
I have some bad news I need to share.
Okay.
Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, okay. That's kind of surprising.
Why?
Well, the fans are going to be mad. They're going to be molding.
That game was kind of trash.
Personally, I liked it. I mean,
I didn't even care about the characters.
I mean, I haven't played it, but like, I know people are going to be molding.
But for being honest, not a lot of great games.
When did Death Stranded came out? Last year?
Yeah, there's not a lot of good games this year.
Canada Computers, Memory Express.
We all know that it was rigged.
Alright, let's see.
Half-Life
Early
Alyx was
Black
good.
Friday. Shop products.
Not a lot of good games that came out this year.
I'm actually going to buy some shit for myself now. Poggers.
This year there wasn't a lot of good games, so I could see how The Last of Us.
Is there anything here good? The CPU, maybe? Please tell me they're selling the 5600X, or I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad. No, they're not. Does Memory Express have the 5600X? Back order. Okay, so I can buy it? It's back ordered everywhere. Oh man.
No, it's not back anymore. Here, hey, just go to the local grocery store. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Bring $5 with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Buy a bread knife. All right. And then, cut some bread.
Cool. Okay. So they're all back
I
ordered.
would just get a ski mask and a Glock 7. It would give me free stuff.
I guess I'm finna wait. That is kind of sad. All right, shop for cooling. Let's see here. Water cooling. And I gotta do a lowest price. Hold on. Is there cooling here? Cooling? Can you overclock an iPhone? Theoretically yes, but I don't think you can. Like, I don't think there is an option to. I don't think even if you like jailbreak an iPhone, I don't think you can raise its clock speed. Okay, let's see. Cooling. Liquid cooler. Lowest price. Okay, let's see what's in stock at Memory Express. Okay, no. I might actually consider ML240L. That is kind of cringe, but I might consider it.
You should have just grabbed the $12 AAA.
DLC 240. Yeah, but I'm in Canada though. Ooh, Liquid Freezer 240 is in stock. 160. That's pretty decent. Okay. What do we have at Canada Computers? We got Pure Loop 120. The MagCore Liquid 240R. I kind of don't want RGB though. I guess I could turn it off. Pure Loop 240. That's decent, I guess. I might do Pure
Why
Loop.
don't you want RGB?
I
best
mean, I don't
port.
really care because now that I realize I can turn it off, I don't really care.
Looks ugly. But most like a lot of RGB coolers look ugly when it's off. Not gonna lie.
All right, nerds. Well, I'm gonna end stream for now. I'm gonna end stream early today because tomorrow we're gonna have a very long stream probably. Cause it's Black Friday tomorrow. So yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow. Somewhere near lunchtime Pacific time. So yeah. See you tomorrow.